short clip by Bishop Dag Heward-Mills Ministries. Discover how God can change your life forever.
It is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven. By the way, we are supposed to get a camel. And we talk about a camel, we are going to have a camel as a pet. So we are working on one or two things. When those things go through, you are going to have your camel. It will be one of the 7 wonders of the Kodesh that cannot pass through the eye of a needle. Yeah, so we have especially a baby one that the children can feed with a bottle. It's very nice to see the camels. Would you like to have a camel in the church? It's a blessing for all rich people. The church with the camel. Now, it is difficult for rich people to be saved. That is why the salvation that we peddle, or the salvation that we preach, we must aim to go to people before they are rich. We must aim. You see, many young people are going to be rich in the future. People are going to be rich as the years go by. So the type of salvation that we have on offer, it's very difficult for rich people to swallow it. Do you know that there are some medicines children can't take? You get it? You give it to them, they can't. You know? So what I'm saying is that the salvation that we have is difficult for rich people to swallow it. Usually, if you see a rich person, you say the person became rich before the person was. The person was saved before the person became rich. So the person passed through the eye of a needle before becoming a camel. The person passed through the eye of a needle before turning into a camel. It was a thread, just a thread like this. After passing through the eye of the needle, was converted into a camel. That is how come you see some rich people in churches. Every church has some rich people. So the type of salvation that we have is not a salvation. You see, pastors shouldn't be interested in rich people. And evangelists shouldn't be interested in rich people. Yeah. And pastors who are serious about salvation, you should just turn your eye away from the rich, from the wealthy, from the have-it-alls. Because even when you are in the church and you begin to have a lot of riches, it affects you. You see, because he said that, for you say, I am rich and I have need of nothing. And then you suddenly change into something that God doesn't like again. And he says that I will spew you out of my mouth. This is after salvation. When you start to speak to yourself and say that I'm rich, I have need of nothing. I'm increased with goods. So even though you became a camel after salvation, it seems to affect you when the riches also comes. I was talking to a pastor. I asked him how many members you have. He said I have 60 people. And I told him, you see, you remember when you had 1 member, when you had 2 members, when you had 3 members. So now 60 is like 1,000. So I told him the way you were when you had 1, and the way you were when you had 3 people coming, and the way you were when you had 5 people. That is not how you are now that you have 60. Even the 60 has ministered to you that I am rich and I am increased and I have need of nothing. It has entered your spirit somehow. I don't know how, but it has affected you. And so the way you were, how you were wild, when there was only 3 people in the church, that wildness has gone. It is gone out of you completely. And there is a new attitude of I have need of nothing. That is why at the beginning of the year, when I had a meeting with the staff, I told them our motto for this year is desperation and youthfulness.